Have you ever noticed that not all UFO sightings describe the same kind of object? When most people think about UFOs, they imagine a classic flying saucer hovering silently in the night sky. But after decades of reports from civilians, pilots, military personnel, and researchers, a much stranger picture has emerged. The truth is that unidentified aerial phenomena have been reported in many different shapes and forms. Some appear as glowing spheres, others resemble massive triangles, cylindrical craft, or even objects that seem to defy geometry itself. While many sightings eventually receive conventional explanations, some remain unexplained to this day. So in this video, we're going to explore 7 of the most frequently reported UFO shapes in history, the stories behind them, and why they continue to fascinate people around the world. Let's begin. The first and perhaps most iconic UFO shape is the flying saucer. The flying saucer became a cultural phenomenon in the late 1940s after numerous witnesses reported seeing disc-shaped objects moving through the sky at extraordinary speeds. These objects were often described as metallic, reflective, and capable of making sharp turns that seemed impossible for conventional aircraft. For decades, reports of flying saucers poured in from every corner of the globe. Some witnesses claimed the objects hovered silently before accelerating away in an instant. Others described formations of multiple discs moving together with incredible precision. Whether these sightings were misunderstood natural phenomena, secret military technology, or something entirely different, the image of the flying saucer became permanently embedded in popular culture. But surprisingly, the classic saucer is no longer the most commonly reported UFO shape. Today, many reports involve something much simpler: glowing spheres. Bright orbs of light have appeared in UFO reports for generations. Witnesses often describe them as white, orange, blue, or even red. Sometimes they appear alone, other times they move in groups. What makes these objects particularly intriguing is their reported behavior. Many witnesses claim the spheres can remain motionless for extended periods before suddenly accelerating at incredible speeds. Others report seeing them change direction instantly without any visible means of propulsion. Scientists point out that some of these sightings can be explained by atmospheric phenomena, distant aircraft, satellites, or optical illusions. However, not every report fits neatly into those categories. As technology improves and more cameras capture unusual events in the sky, glowing spheres continue to be among the most frequently reported unidentified objects worldwide. The next category takes us into even stranger territory. Unlike the relatively small appearance of glowing spheres, triangular craft are often described as enormous. Witnesses frequently report seeing massive black triangles moving silently overhead during the night. The objects typically feature 3 bright lights positioned at each corner, and sometimes a larger light in the center. What makes these sightings especially remarkable is the repeated description of silence. Despite their apparent size, many witnesses claim the objects produced little to no sound as they passed overhead. Reports of triangular UFOs have surfaced across multiple countries and decades, leading some researchers to speculate about advanced military aircraft, while others believe they may represent a genuinely unexplained phenomenon. Whatever the explanation, the consistency of these reports has made black triangles one of the most famous UFO categories in modern history. Next, we move to one of the oldest and most unusual UFO descriptions ever documented: cylindrical objects, often referred to as cigar-shaped UFOs. These elongated craft have appeared in reports for more than a century. Witnesses commonly describe large metallic cylinders moving slowly through the sky or hovering at high altitudes. In some cases, observers claim smaller objects appear to emerge from these larger structures before returning later. Stories like these have fueled speculation for decades. Some researchers have suggested that such reports could be linked to experimental aircraft or misidentified natural phenomena. Others argue that the unusual dimensions and reported behaviors remain difficult to explain. Regardless of the interpretation, cigar-shaped UFOs continue to occupy a unique place within the history of unexplained aerial sightings. Now we arrive at one of the most famous UFO cases of the 21st century, the Tic Tac. Unlike many historical sightings that rely solely on eyewitness testimony, this case gained attention because trained military pilots observed and tracked the object. The object was described as a smooth, white shape resembling a mint candy or capsule. It had no visible wings, no visible engines, no visible exhaust, and yet, according to reports, it demonstrated extraordinary performance. Witnesses claimed it could rapidly accelerate, change direction instantly, and move in ways that appeared to exceed the capabilities of known aircraft. The case attracted worldwide attention and remains one of the most discussed unidentified aerial phenomena in recent years. Whether the object represented advanced technology, sensor anomalies, or something else entirely remains a topic of debate. But one thing is certain: the Tic Tac changed the global conversation about UFOs. As strange as these objects may seem, some reports become even harder to categorize. Throughout the years, witnesses have described objects that appear to change shape while in motion. Some claim to have seen geometric structures that shift from one form to another. Others report objects with configurations that don't resemble any conventional aircraft design. These accounts are among the most controversial because they challenge our assumptions about how physical objects should behave. Skeptics often point to perception errors, unusual viewing conditions, or limitations in human observation. Yet for those who witnessed these events firsthand, the experiences felt entirely real. And finally, we come to the category that may be the most difficult to define: objects with no recognizable shape at all. Some reports describe strange distortions in the sky. Others mention dark masses, luminous anomalies, or structures that seem partially transparent. In these cases, witnesses struggle to explain exactly what they observed. The object may not fit into any traditional category. It may not resemble a craft at all, and perhaps that uncertainty is what makes these reports so fascinating. So what does science actually say about all of this? The scientific community generally agrees that most UFO sightings eventually receive ordinary explanations. Aircraft, weather balloons, atmospheric effects, drones, optical illusions, and simple misidentifications account for a significant percentage of reported cases. However, there remains a smaller group of incidents that cannot be conclusively explained with the available evidence. This does not automatically mean extraterrestrial visitors. It simply means there isn't enough information to reach a definitive conclusion. And that mystery continues to drive research, investigation, and public curiosity around the world. Whether UFOs represent misunderstood natural phenomena, undisclosed technology, or something entirely unknown, one fact remains clear: humanity has been looking toward the skies for generations, searching for answers. And so far, many questions remain unanswered. Which of these UFO shapes do you find the most intriguing? The classic flying saucer, the glowing spheres, the enormous black triangles, or the mysterious Tic Tac? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this exploration of one of the world's greatest mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and join us for the next investigation, because the truth may still be out there.